Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. We're taking a quick look again here at Gala. It's actually looking very good. We're establishing this higher high and higher low pattern, which is an extremely positive sign when you're looking for a trend reversal. Okay, so we're going to talk about that and a few other key factors here as well. So if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I do love teach people to trade, and I hope you can learn something here today, of course. CryptoCash.tech is a site if you want to do that. We have some awesome trading communities and just a really cool group of folks here. So I'm super thankful to be able to work with some awesome people. Super happy to be able to provide some awesome results too. We took some Solana trade here at about 127% in 1 month. Near Protocol 73% in 19 hours. That was from yesterday. And VeChain 36% in 12 hours. So if you saw my VeChain and Near Protocol videos from yesterday, you'll know why I took those trades. Be sure to watch that if you're curious. But generally speaking, again, I share my trades with my community here, and those are all available. This is actually a scalping bot that we have as well that took some massive profit on Solana, 61%, and BNB 13% there in a few days. So again, some cool stuff coming through on those ends as well. So let's look at the backend data here for Gala, kind of see what's going on. Start with the foundational, liquidation levels, kind of see where we're at. Because this coin does look like it, oh my gosh, it looks like it's ready to rock and roll. So I'd be careful shorting this coin right now. My goodness, look at this here. 3.2 cents down as low as 3.15. Extremely filled with liquidation. So I don't know what people are thinking, but you probably shouldn't be shorting this coin at this point, mainly because if you take a look here, again, we're establishing higher lows and higher highs. We've broken this descending trend. It's looking very strong. Okay, so again, all the more reason to be careful with your short position. Once again, 3.15 to 3.2. That's this range right here. We have a heavy concentration of liquidation. Okay, so I think shorts are going to have a bad day here real soon. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the daily and just kind of confirm a few other things. Because again, before we take a trade, we like to look at the daily time frame to get perspective on what's happening with the coin, right? Are we back up above the 20-day SMA? We are. Well, tentatively. Today's candlestick hasn't closed yet, but we're looking pretty solid there. We stayed above the 50-day as well, which is positive. So ultimately, we're above all three. We got a nice little bounce off 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is looking good, and stochastic is swinging up. All the more reason to consider a long position versus a short right now. Okay. Again, Bitcoin rakes down to 41,000. Different story altogether. I have to preface that with all altcoins because a lot of them are, responding positively to Bitcoin being at 44,000, trying to break that resistance at 44.8. Okay. Again, we closed at 44.3 or higher today. Solid chance we're going to see an uptrend here moving forward. That said, though, MACD is trying to converge but hasn't yet. So we got mostly bullish signs on the daily for Gala. Again, most coins are going to exude bullish behavior based on the uptrend that we've seen in the recent past. But this coin's a little different. It's pulling back here effectively. We're going to self into a descending trend. We have this little breakout, essentially, where we broke through this descending trend. We have a bull flag type of pattern, and it's more likely to continue higher from here, okay? So absolutely like what I see here. So if you do take a trade, consider, averaging into your position. I highly recommend something like that. With our trades, we have usually 2 or 3 targets for entry and then at least 5 profit targets. Okay. If you're not trading with multiple targets in place, you're doing it wrong. Speaking of multiple profit targets, make sure you utilize Bitunix. They have phenomenal opportunities to be able to use trailing stop losses. Well, they're no KYC or VPN. That's why we're using them primarily, but they actually have multiple profit targets, and I kind of instruct you on how to do that in our Bitunix section on our Discord, so be sure to check that out. Fantastic information there. Now, what I want to talk about here, though, is not just dollar cost averaging or averaging into your position or out of it, but on the 4-hour time frame, what's going on here? Are we looking at a second divergence, which we are on the horizon here? Keep in mind, you have a second stochastic divergence. It could pull back, so we're moving into somewhat of a resistance there. But that doesn't matter too much. Reason why is because we're establishing higher highs and higher lows. Money flow index is higher than the RSI. When we see an MFI above RSI, that's extremely positive sign. It means there's a lot of money moving into this coin, but we also have more room for growth. Okay, and it's not considered to be overbought yet. We can see MACD is converging strong for the last 20 hours. So ultimately, the daily time frame here and the 4-hour time frame are looking very good. Okay, let me quickly talk about this here, just so you can kind of see what I'm referring to as far as trend reversal. Okay, so first things first, when you break through a trend, you're obviously establishing a higher high. The high needs to be higher than most recent. Okay, we've done that. Check mark. Good to go there. Second thing you want to try to do is establish higher lows, which we came down here to effectively do that, right? So we did that prior to the breakout. Okay, so higher highs and higher lows. Now at this point, this one here, if it closes above this guy here, we're in solid shape for a further continuation. Because we're not just breaking through one high, we're breaking through a second high, which implies that this level up here is much more likely for the next target. So Gala's moving. It's making some good moves here. Definitely in good shape. Let's look at the hourly and wrap this up here for you. Ichimoku cloud, confident to say we're going to be above the cloud. And then also to what we want to look at on the hourly would be, see here, come on baby, you're not going to work for me? Sorry. Looks like it's taking a sweet time here. So either way you look at it, we're going to be confirming above the cloud here, and that's the important thing. I'll have to send this on my updates here. I'm not sure. Oh no, of course I had it hidden. Crazy day. Okay, let's talk about that here. So what I want to get at here is that the conversion lines above the baseline, super strong momentum. The lagging span here, or correction, the cloud itself is consolidating roughly at about this 3 cent mark. We've talked about this previously, how 0.382, 3 cents is a very strong support level. It was working as a strong support level before here, over this time, and then it's into the new resistance, right? So the price action had difficulty crossing that level. Now that we've broken through that, that is going to be the likely support level. So the price does end up pulling back. That's what we're going to see as a potential pullback target. So if I'm going to average into my position, I would take entry here and have a second entry here, just in case it pulls back. It may not ever look back at that point. But if Bitcoin just say pulls back to 43,000, we could see a pullback and then the price lifts off from there. We saw that with Near Protocol and VeChain yesterday, as a matter of fact. As soon as we took the trade, the price dropped from Bitcoin, pulled the coins back a little bit, but then they launched right after that. Okay, so again, a common characteristic in trading. Anyways, the long story short here is that everything looks very bullish. I usually look for reasons not to take a trade, but this one's convincing me that it's probably worth taking a trade at this point. Again, it might be a little bit late to the game here with this most recent pump. But just depends on who you are and how you want to trade, Again, different strategies for different scenarios. But this one definitely looks like it wants to break the key levels. I'm mostly convinced because of this here. 3.15, goodness gracious, you guys are going to get destroyed here in a moment, okay? So again, if you're shorting this coin, it's not a good call. Honestly, shorting any coin right now is not a good call. Look at the market. Bright green for a reason, okay? A lot of reasons for that, but Bitcoin being up 4% in the day is a pretty good, solid foundation. Okay. All right, folks. I hope you learned something here today. Again, cryptocash.tech. If you want to become a better trader, we got a lot of new members over here. Make sure you read through our signals guide so you understand how the signals, how to properly structure them. We have recommendations as well as how to link your accounts and understanding how Premium works. But more importantly, how Cornix is connected with all that. It's all there available for you. Be sure to check that out. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We will see you in the next one. Take care.